Good evening, Achievers. I thought I'll give you a quick bedtime story, something to think about, a quick story. I told this story last night to my children, and the ones that they give me 2 thumbs up, I play it here. There was once a young man that had been trained in racing driving. He really wanted to be a race driver, the best race driver in the entire world. He wanted to win a cup, to be a champion. But what he also wanted was to make a change in the racing community, in the racing world. He wanted to make a change. Nobody would give him a job. He tried to get a job over and over again, but nobody would give him a job. Finally, he got frustrated and said, I need to make some money. I really need to make some money. I haven't got anything. And he was poor. He wanted to become rich as well. And that's when he decided that he would work for free. He would work for free, fixing the cars, cleaning the cars, doing whatever he can whilst the race is happening, giving the water to the racers, whatever he can do. He decided to do it for free. And he started to help out. He used to run around. Everyone could see that he was a hard worker, but nobody asked him what he actually did. One day, a big race was going to happen. And the race driver that was going to race that day felt ill, felt sick. He had to be rushed to the hospital. Nobody could drive that car. Nobody could drive. No, they didn't have a backup. Finally, the young man said, I'll do it. Give it to me. I can drive. Look, please, give me a chance. I've always wanted to be a race driver. I wanted to be a race driver all my life, and I've trained in it. Give me a chance. Well, at that time, back at that time, Ferrari didn't have anyone else to jump behind the wheel. So they asked this gentleman, jump behind the wheel, go ahead. And now, the man was driving the best vehicle, the most powerful machine at that time, the fastest machine. He put his helmet on. He went to the start line. He could see the flag. 3, 2, 1. He accelerated. Off he shot, driving as fast as he could. Everyone was amazed how he was maneuvering through the crowd of cars and making his way to the front. As he came around the corner, the car started to slip. This young man calculated it. He realized there was something wrong with this car. It wasn't perfect. As he went around the sides, as he was accelerating past the cars and trying to maneuver, he realized that the steering wheel, if it was shifted about 2% more, he would be able to quickly go past the cars. The acceleration, the wheels, the way they would spin, he could reduce the spin. Once he finished, he didn't finish first. He finished at 4th or 5th. But everyone in his team said, you're amazing, that was fantastic. He didn't listen to them. He got a pen and paper. He started writing things down on how to improve the car. Once he wrote it all down, he ran the next day to the building where the owner, Enzo Ferrari, was sitting. And he made his way in. He knocked on the door. He said, Enzo, I drove your car yesterday. And Enzo said, thank you so much. And the gentleman, the young man, presented his papers and said, I can make the changes in the car to make it much faster. I've got a degree in engineer, but also I'm a race driver. Enzo was offended. Enzo said, I made the most perfect car and you are going to try to destroy it? You think you're better than me? Get out of here. And he pushed him out. He said, you're nothing. You can't do anything. You can't achieve anything. You're a loser. And you're fired. This young man went to the side of the road, scrunched up his paper, flung it to the side, and burst into tears. He had never felt so low. He thought, this is it. I give up. I can't do it anymore. Just at that point, a memory was triggered off in his head. He remembered when he was playing with his friends, when he was only 5, he was playing with his friends and he fell over and all his friends started to laugh at him. He was riding a bike and he slipped off it and they said, "You can't ride a bike, you're nothing, you're a loser, you can't do anything." And the father picked him up and he said to him, "Son, you're a champion. Forget everyone else's opinion. What people say about you and what you do are 2 different things. You can do anything you want as long as you believe it. The attitude you must have is a constant and never-ending improvement attitude. And if you have that, son, you will be huge." And at that time, the boy got up. He picked up his paper. He straightened it up. He looked at it. He looked up at the building and pointed at it. And he said, "Enzo, I'll show you." And off he went. A few months down the line, a new race had started. A new car was just driving up. It drove up and parked next to the Ferrari. Everyone thought, "What is this crazy car? Look at this car. This is a new type of car. Ha ha ha." And they all laughed at this car. The race was about to start. 3, 2, 1. The flag fell. Ferrari's wheels started to spin. This new car just shot off. As it was going around the bends, Ferrari slipped slightly, whereas this car caught the road, boom, and went straight along the side. As he was maneuvering, this car was able to maneuver like a ninja. This car won. The crowd went wild. Enzo was in the actual stadium. He stood up, he started shouting, "Which car beat mine? Who is this person?" The reporters ran to this car. The door opened. The young man came out. Everyone was celebrating. Enzo was furious. And the reporter said, "This car, what are you going to call it? You're absolutely amazing." And the gentleman said, "I'm going to call it after my surname, Lamborghini." And that is how the Lamborghini came to existence. And that's how my favorite car came into existence. The moral of the story is, everyone has an opinion. We don't need to take that opinion. As long as we believe something so hard, and as long as we have a constant and never-ending improvement attitude, then we can do anything. I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great time tonight. Spend time with your family and have a good night.